Hello, everybody. It's that time again. The
It
Vara and Virtue
is
Show. And we have a lot to talk about.
true. A
There's a
lot's
lot.
happened over the past week. Lots of
And
little
we
topics, lots of Resident Evil. Crazy.
I've been laughing so hard at some of these memes
Yeah.
in little videos. We're gonna look at a couple of them later, but yeah, we both finally finished it.
hmm
So we'll talk about that later. We'll, say hi to you guys and cover maybe some smaller topics first. But what What are you excited for coming up next? Like which game? Now that the, Requiem hype is died down a little bit.
I've been getting a lot out of Pocopia. I've been
Yeah?
playing it nonstop every day, basically. But the next games I'm most excited for are Crimson Desert, which releases next week, and then the Lego Batman Dark Knight trilogy that comes out, or collection that comes out in May, the end of May.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so. I feel like though, even though it looks amazing, I don't trust video game companies, especially Warner Brothers Gaming, because that's who does these games, and
That's
I
true.
mean, I can't off the top of my head recall any Lego games that they've massively effed up. So I guess that's good. Um, but at the same time, I just don't trust them very much after
That's
Kill the
fair.
Justice League. So
That's very fair.
stuff.
Yeah. I want to be excited for it. It seems like it's going to be cute and
Yes.
fun, but you're right. Warner Brothers. That's the next game that I'm probably excited for. I gotta look and see when the Scott Pilgrim game comes out. I like Windrose, but we don't know when that's coming out. I gotta finish the
Right.
demo. What else? What else? There was that. Is it Paranormal Activities this year? Right, that one looks interesting. The Halloween game is probably the next like one I'm super hyped for because if they do that properly, it's gonna be fun.
That's
Especially because
true.
they're doing multiplayer on that. Because I will never forgive Saber and everyone else that ruined the Evil Dead game because that had so much potential. But what they did was they didn't even the characters out too much. Like they made the demons way too OP. And like if say like you're busy and you're not just sitting there putting hours and hours into the game in the first week, you don't play it for a few days and then you go in as one of the survivors and you're just wrecked completely. And it was so the balancing was not good. The games
Yeah.
it would crash a little bit, and then they decided to introduce a battle royale, which was so fun, especially if you're a fan of the game. Obviously, like you go to the different spots in the Evil Dead, and you're doing battle royale with Ash and stuff. It was a lot of fun, but they didn't make that multiplayer. So I
Yeah,
played it
that
a few times
sucks.
alone. My first battle royale, I almost won. I got second. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
It was so fun. Um, but they just Mouse PI, thank you. That's the one I
Yeah,
couldn't think of.
Mouse PI.
Mouse
That comes
PI.
out in April now because it was supposed to release on the same day that Crimson Desert releases, but then they delayed it.
Probably good. You don't want to have it release same day as another big game.
Yeah, for sure. But good news for you, Wicked. Scott Pilgrim came out a couple of days ago.
I've
I
been see,
didn't even know that.
I've been in the Requiem bubble. That's why. Like that's all that has existed to me game wise for the last
I
week.
just looked it up because I was
Ooh.
like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Came out March 3rd.
Okay, hold
So
on. Just
only a
don't
couple
mind
days
me
ago.
while I turn on Steam. I've got a busy couple of weeks coming up too, so I don't know. Let's see, what's tomorrow? Thursday?
It's got very
Mm,
positive reviews already, which is good.
yeah, next week I'll play a little bit of it. So there we go. That's already out. But I think Mouse PI, that looks like so much fun. It's noir. It's like that game is my vibe. Everything about it.
Yeah.
I gotta see. I think Scott Pilgrim's available on. Oh yeah, X Scott Pilgrim X.
Yes, EX or X. I think you're just supposed to pronounce it that way. But I didn't even know that it had come out. I haven't heard
Neither did
anything
I.
about it. I haven't seen any like marketing for it, which you'd think that they would have marketed it more just based on the name recognition, but maybe they just figured like it's a smaller scope and scale game. Also, maybe just because it was releasing around the same time as Resident Evil, maybe that ended up getting or like not getting as much attention because of that. I don't know, but
Yes. We got Resident Evil vision around here.
yeah,
It's so true. I love watching like everyone playing it and seeing their reactions. It's great.
it was great.
When are you're waiting till April to do another playthrough?
Probably, yeah. I'll probably play it on a tougher difficulty in my own time in like April, just to give a little bit of space. Plus, I'm playing Pacopia right
Are,
now. I'll be playing
you're,
Crimson Desert off stream as well.
so
So
you're not gonna stream your second playthrough. You're just gonna play
no,
it.
I mean, unless I have like a massive amount of free time, which I
Which you
don't,
never do.
yeah,
So,
ever do. So
yeah.
probably not.
Um, are you gonna do the challenges like and get infinite ammo? Because I think insanity mode on infinite ammo would be fun.
That would be really fun. I might. I don't know what difficulty I'll do
Yeah.
yet, but definitely
Yeah.
a higher one. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, it was I had so much fun with it. And I'm glad that the DLC is coming out. I hope it's great. But let's see. Something else coming out. I don't know if you're excited for this. I am. I can't wait for the
What do you mean? Am I excited? I hate everything.
That's
Duh.
Are you excited for the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
I am. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope that it's good.
I mean, I didn't think that Donald Glover voicing Yoshi was like a bad choice. Let me make sure I have the sound on. It's from this clip, it sounds fine. Like if Yoshi's not gonna talk, then it doesn't really matter. It's whoever goes Yoshi, like you know
Yeah,
what I
until
mean?
Yoshi goes, "Yo, what up?" And then we have to deal with that.
I will die if
so.
that happens. So yeah, this is Donald Glover's voice for Yoshi. It was just recently announced, right? That he's the one that's voicing Yoshi.
Yeah,
Or did I
like 2
miss
days
that?
ago, I
Okay.
think.
All right. I'm like, if it was before this week, then I just have really been in my bubble. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on
then
with the
I
world.
haven't heard of it either, so.
Well, here it is.
Who is this? Who is this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds
Fine.
pretty. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Like, I don't see any glaringly obvious problem there. But again, if Yoshi actually talks, then that is gonna probably be an issue.
Yeah, it might be kind of weird. We already got, listen, Donkey Kong is my favorite of the Nintendo IPs, and Patrick Warburton was right there. And instead, they gave us Seth. We don't need Seth Rogen for anything.
I just don't like him very much. He's got
No.
one tone of humor and his voice. I think my other issue is that his voice is so recognizable. He doesn't have a lot of depth. It's not like he's actually a voice actor where he puts on different accents and different tones, and he doesn't really do that. So you just hear him.
Yes. Yeah, they dropped the ball. Like I said, Patrick Warburton would have been perfect.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
instead, that's what we got. This is cool. This is a window from the Princess Peach Castle in New York City, and I think it looks cool. So we'll look at it. And they also have the Legos.
I love stained glass.
That's so pretty, isn't it? Oh my gosh, Epic Universe. The Nintendo store has stained glass. Oh, it's so pretty.
I'm jealous. I want to see that. I mean, I know I'm seeing it on the screen, but it's still
But
like
in
not the
person.
same, right? That looks very, very cool. I
Yeah.
love marketing like this. It's like a few years ago when House of the Dragon was airing its first season and they had like the what are they called? They're like the stands that you put on like the street and the road and you put advertisements in them and it was like a puddle of like plastic looking. Did you ever see those?
I don't think so.
Ooh, I'm gonna
We're
find
it
one
and
for you real
yeah.
quick because it looked sick.
Well, while she's doing that, I'll get a couple of these supers here. Thank you, guys. Hokies has been a member for 33 months. Ripped to the Tomcat, gone too soon, plays Danger Zone. Oh, they're not making it anymore, Hokies? I take it. That sucks. And Addis has become a new member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the
Woo!
Potato Squad. Enjoy the emotes.
Okay, I put it in direct message on X if
Okay.
you want to bring that up, or I could
I can bring it
see
up.
if I could find an actual like link to it. Just that some of these websites that it showed were a little
Sketch.
suspicious.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. And Corey's been a member for 33 months. The worst pub I've been in was called the Fiddle. It was a violin. Oh, oh, Corey, thank you, and thank you for being a member for 33 months.
Oh man, all right, you got me. All right, the instrument humor is funny. I play too many instruments, and so I get a little hee hee ha ha out of it.
A little hee hee. Oh, this is cool. I didn't see this.
Yeah, that
To
was
be
for
fair-
season 1 when
to be
they
fair-
actually cared about cool ass marketing.
To be fair, I didn't watch season 1 until like a month before season 2 dropped. Like I was one of those people where at first I'm like, "Ugh, the dragons are gonna probably be cool, but like House of Dragon, Game of Thrones ending sucked. So I need a
did,
minute.
yeah.
I need a minute. I need to see some reviews. I need to hear what people think before I like put my time into this. And I don't think I had a bad review from anyone. So
Yeah, things like this are
that's when I decided to
so
watch it.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just so sad we don't get things like that a lot of the time. And I get it, right? It's expensive, but when games and movies and TV shows have literally $100 million just for the marketing, like you should be doing stuff like that.
Absolutely. Get people hyped. They don't want to
Yeah.
do that anymore. They don't care. It's like
They feel
Why are we gonna-
entitled. They feel
Yes.
like no matter what they do, people are just gonna line up to consume their contents. Like I talked about it today in a video, Fortnite is raising the prices of V-Bucks, but you're getting less V-Bucks per bundle now. So it's going from like 1,000 V-Bucks down to 800 V-Bucks, or like
Here, let me see. You did share
4,000 to like
that.
3,500 or whatever. That is insane. And of course they say inflation. Epic Games makes $6.5 billion a year. All right. You guys can afford it. I'm not that stupid.
That is insane. Well, kids are, unfortunately. Not that they're stupid, but
right.
you know, they're just using mommy and daddy's money. So
Yeah, they're
Here it
naive.
is.
They don't understand. They're just like, I want to buy some V-Bucks in my game. Yeah.
they're raising the price
sucks.
25%. It already was kind of expensive, I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
I've only, to be fair, thank you people, everyone in the chat that has done this. If I do play with Jay sometimes, that's like really the only time I do, because it's not really my thing. But I've had people buy me skins, or like they'll send me money, like, here, you want the Power Ranger skins, here's money for it. And I'm looking at, I'm like, man, people do this like for every new skin. You know, there's people like that just buy every new one. Like, for instance, when I was big into Dead by Daylight, I didn't buy every new skin. But, you know, if something cool came out, like I wasn't really a Walking Dead person, but the chat wanted to see me play with those characters. So I got Daryl and Rick. So it wasn't super expensive. So it's like $10 to get a skin through Dead by Daylight. But this is like, how often, maybe someone in the chat knows, how often do they release a skin like in Fortnite?
I feel
It's every
like
couple months, right?
I feel like once a week they're updating the shop or adding something that was in a vault. And I don't play Fortnite, but I constantly see the notifications like on X of like people talking about it, like, ooh, new skins coming to the shop, new collections coming to the shop. Like that's wild. And, you know, for a free-to-play game, I am perfectly fine with monetarily supporting the developers and the game if I think that the game is good enough. But when you are constantly spamming out these new like time-limited skins, and there's so many, and then you do something like this and you increase the price of the V-Bucks and you have less, and then your excuse is to help pay the bills and inflation. I'm sorry, I'm not on board for that.
No, especially because we know it's kids that are like the big. I know a lot of adults play it, but we like, even the adults that love Fortnite and play admit that it's mostly children that
Yeah.
play it. So I would say like 80% is probably a fair assumption, that it's 80% kids, and that goes from anywhere from probably like 8 years old to like 15. You know, I
Right.
don't know. And this is a fair point here, or a good point here. Epic is making a lot of money from Unreal Engine 5 royalties, yet engine is garbage, so no real reason to raise the price. It's just greed.
Mm-hmm. And when you make billions of dollars every single year, like it's not it's not a good excuse anymore. Like, I understand if you're going from, I don't know, let's say for argument's sake, 500 employees to 1,000 employees, but that was your choice to do that. Like, it
Yeah.
is your choice to do this. And yes, like, they also have to pay for licensing and things like that. But again, like, I can't shed a tear when you are one of the top earning games every single year. Fortnite consistently has always made, like, it's been in like the top 10 list for revenue in a year. Like, that's, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot. Let's see. Speaking of not making money,
Great.
I'm like, what? How am I going to segue into this one? This is definitely more of Vara's territory. I know what I know about this from her.
I love Concord too.
I love how it just says that Concord too.
Yeah, I love it. Such
yeah.
a great game.
So,
But yeah,
High
High Guard
Guard-
is shutting down tonight. It's the last day. I know you're all so heartbroken. And there were, over the past like week or so, a lot of people have been memeing about how, like, oh, we all need to jump into High Guard on its final day of being alive, and we need to get the player count back up to 100,000. And it would be very funny to see that happen, because they have to shut the servers down right after. But even the people who memed and joked, and then some of the modern audience members who were on social media talking about how, like, oh, maybe we could actually get them to leave the game alive if we all play it. Nobody ended up playing it.
Yeah, that is. Do you think they're just going to put their tail between their legs and run away, or try again with another game?
I mean, it's tough. I don't think that they're gonna make another game, but like at the same time, you never really know.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I don't know what else to say.
It sucks it sucks that this entire situation happened, because if they had to have announced the game maybe a year before they planned to release it, and they did like these beta tests and these public tests, they could have maybe cut back on some of these insane systems and patched it up and actually made a decent game. If they hadn't have attacked people for not playing it, and then if the media and the developers hadn't basically said, oh, it's only failing because of the chuds and the losers, right? It would have been a different situation, I think. And it's always sad to a certain degree to see a game fail, because I, in theory, would love every single game to be a massive success. But in this case, like, I'm not going to shed a tear for you, because you have put yourself into this position. You are now reaping the consequences of your own actions. Like, I don't understand how you would expect me to feel bad for you, like, in this case, or how you ever really thought that this game was going to be wildly successful at all. Like, it just had so many problems.
Yeah. Well, I didn't play it, so I can't.
You still have a few hours, Wicked.
Oh, I don't know. We're kind of busy right now, and I don't even
Oh,
know if
it's
like my internet
fine.
will hold up after the stream.
Oh,
I've been
yeah,
having
for
issues.
sure. Yeah, surely that's the case. Wicked.
I've just got a lot going on. I got to wash my hair and do
Yeah, your
laundry.
chakras aren't very aligned tonight
No,
in
no,
regards to playing games. You have to consult with the amethyst crystals, and the crystals say no. No. Come on, Wicked. Don't you want to support modern slop?
Of course I do, because if not, I'll be called. I'll be sporting some. What do they call it? Maidenless behavior.
Unemployed and maidenless behavior for paying attention to the Steam player charts.
Like, how dare you point out anything, because they don't want you to see them mess up, and they don't want you to, wager on whether or not it's going to be good enough, because if it's not, then, they have to actually listen to people like Vara talk about it. So Overwatch and the Warframe devs say debating Marathon's Steam player count is maidenless behavior. So what is maidenless behavior? Does it mean like a guy that's single? You don't have
So
like that's what I take it as maidenless. Like
it's basically just another way at this point, right? It's just another way to say you're an incel and
okay,
nobody cares about, like, women don't care about you. You've never touched a woman in your life. It spawned from Elden Ring because there's a character who goes, you're maidenless, tarnished, but it almost is cringeworthy used in this context because, oh, you want to be educated on a topic, you're maidenless. Like, my brother, in fucking Christ, it takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to go and to your fucking Google and type in SteamDB, and then you don't even need to type in marathon. It's at the top of the list as soon as you click on the search bar.
That's very maidenless of you to say.
Exactly.
Like, I can't believe you would look into it because
I know
they need journos, game journos, to report on this, not YouTubers.
Well, that's what Kotaku's doing.
We'll tell the truth. They don't want that.
Well, what's even more hilarious about this is these developers who are talking about this, the Overwatch developers, the Warframe developers, they're sitting here saying it is maidenless behavior and you're unemployed if you take the time to research and do your due diligence. That is what video game journalists should be doing. But guess what the journos are not doing? Reviewing Marathon because Bungie asked them to withhold their Marathon reviews until the end of the month.
Wow.
So these developers are just salty that we are doing what journalists used to do. You would think that these loser developers would be going, maybe there's a problem happening in the industry. But of course they're not going to say that because it helps them, right? If they are, or if the journos are not, if they're not actually paying attention and they're not reporting on things accurately, then really it just protects these developers.
Yeah, which...
So that's why they're okay with these journos not actually doing their jobs.
Yeah, but it gets out anyways. They should know the age of social media, nothing is sacred anymore, right? And not that that's sacred, but you could try to cover up things as much as you want, but it's not going to happen. Like, Kotaku is just a joke at this point. Anybody that goes to them for real news is very disconnected. Very disconnected. I mean, I feel like with that Leon Prep article, which is going to haunt me for the rest of my days.
Leon S. Kennedy, I'm on prep. Let's bend each other over the table. I leave him on low health and listen to his grunts and his moans.
Anybody that read that article and was like, these guys know what they're talking about, they're far gone. Anybody with even like a sliver of a brain will not read a Kotaku article. Like, we read it to laugh at them and to get sick a little bit because, like I said, that. And you want to know what's funny? I'm not the only one who didn't know. I was talking with X-Ray and Disparu about it, and he's like, "What's prep?" And he's quiet for a second. He's like, "Oh." Like, he realized it. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's awful, isn't it? I had to learn, so now I have to make sure everybody around me.
Vara Dark is educating people.
Vara strikes
wow, I'm so glad I could help you become more knowledge.
And they say that she's a bigot. Look at her teaching us about gay stuff. Come
exactly.
on.
I'm part of the modern audience. I'm playing the lesbian night game tomorrow. I played High Guard. I played Marathon. I'm educating people on AIDS prevention, I guess. Just kill me now. I'm good.
She's like, I couldn't even finish that.
Yeah, I'm all set, to be honest. I think I'm going to tap out here.
Yeah, we're just going to call it a night, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But this is something, like, Brett actually shared this, and it made me laugh. And I looked, I don't know if you want to look on your app, but you know how Uber has that option if you want to have a female driver?
Oh, yes.
It should also give the option if you don't want a female driver. Just saying.
Right.
But this actually made me laugh. I think he posted this it wasn't in the morning, but it was really funny. So Uber will now let women drivers and riders request not to be paired with men in the US and select countries worldwide. And then Brett in unison, whoops, hit the curb. I thought that was funny. But yeah, what the heck? I think that's so stupid. What if I want to request a guy driver so I could feel a little bit safer?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. I, as a woman, do not want a woman driving me around places. I'm just gonna be honest. I think I'm good on that.
Mr. Rich, don't you want to get there safe though?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, women are not known for being the best drivers.
No, they're not. But real quick, Raider drops a 57.48. Thank you,
Woo!
sir. I hope you are doing well. And what is that is it a dragon or it's a fire? It's fire.
I think it's like a fire heart. I think.
Fire heart.
The problem is that it's like the red on the pink background with the yellow, so like it's so hard to see it. But I think, or no, maybe it's a phoenix actually.
I think it's a phoenix. What is it?
Zooming
Raider?
it in, yeah.
Hold on, let me open up the regular.
Yeah, first
chat.
it looked like the general shape
It's
of
a
like
phoenix.
a heart, but yeah.
It's a phoenix. I had to open it up on the regular.
It's
he's
the
like,
pink
he's gonna be like,
background.
This is why I never say anything. I put an emoji and it takes 5 minutes for people to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you,
enough.
Raider.
I spy with my little eye.
On the black background, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that was an emoji, the phoenix. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hokies, thank you for the 10. The Iran Tomcats were the last ones in operation. The U.S. destroyed the retired Tomcats to keep Iran from getting spare parts, and the Iran Tomcats were hit on the ground. Toby sad. Oh. Well, the more you know. There you go. You got an education there. I had no idea.
Hey,
Thank
at
you,
least I'm not
Hokies.
the one educating this time.
We're learning about cool, aircraft, not gay.
That's better, to be honest.
It's much better. It's much better. I feel smarter for knowing that.
You know what I saw on Amazon earlier is apparently they made, because I don't buy a lot of Funko Pops, and they're coming out with more free run ones, and so I want them because I love free run. And so I went to buy them, and I went to like the new releases for Funko. They just made Dragon Age the Veilguard Pops.
Uh-oh.
I'm not buying
Pretty
them.
soon.
I'm not doing it.
Wall is gonna be a
No.
Funko.
No. Do not ask. I will not be accepting money for that. You can keep your bucks.
Don't give me those Funko money. I don't want it.
Yeah, no, I'm all set. I will not be spending any money donated to those on those.
It will go to getting more food.
Yes,
for
exactly.
Bilbo.
For Bilbo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chic, thank you for the $1.99 mega butt. Thank you. So apparently I say butt funny. Thank you, Jay, for pointing that out. Jose, thank you for the $1.99. Got my Monday IMAX ticket to Project Hail Mary. Are you going to watch it? Yes, I really want to see that. I wanted to read the book, but I'm like, you know what? Since the movie's coming out, maybe I'll watch the movie first and then go to the book and do a comparison, because I don't want spoilers. So it'd be nice to just like go into the movie and not know the story. But I've heard very good things about the book. So
The book's really good.
Oh, you have read the book. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm very excited for the movie. I think that Ryan Gosling seems like the perfect choice for the lead character. So yeah. I have a couple of worries about how they're going to adapt it without saying any spoilers, but I'm hopeful.
I feel like, okay, so I've seen, I don't know if I saw this on X or where I saw this, but there was a conversation going on about like there's no like superstars left, right? Like somebody that no matter what the movie is, if you cast them in it, like it would do great. I feel like Ryan Gosling mildly has that power. Like this is probably going to be a good movie anyways. But I think of like the Stuntman movie he did. Everybody had fun with that. People went to go see it because he was in it. But like I think they're talking about people like back in the day, if like Johnny Depp was in something, going to watch it. If Tom Cruise was in it, gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if I fully agree with that though, because Ryan Gosling, Tom Cruise, Kate Winslet, there are still, and some of them are like, I don't want to say like a actor at 50 or 60 is old, but like we'll just say the old school actors, the ones from like 20 years ago or 25 years ago, there are still plenty of those types of actors that will be major draw-ins. Sure, there's not, off the top of my head, I can't think of any like 25-year-old or
No, they're
30-year-old
all older.
actors, right? That I'd be like, oh my God, I want to go see it specifically because they're in it. Like, I guess Anya Taylor-Joy is somebody who I do generally watch a lot of content with, and she's a good actress, but I don't think she's ever sold me specifically on a movie.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing is like as Peach, she's great. But I was gonna see that anyway. I guess Queen's Gambit, which was the Netflix series that she got like really big off of a few years ago, that was really good, and she was the lead character, so that makes sense. But
she's the one in Peaky Blinders, right? The last 2 seasons. Okay, because I'm finishing season 6 because I want to watch the Peaky Blinders movie when it drops on Netflix in I think 9 days, the 20th. And real quick, Ian with 57.49 pounds says nothing. He just had to give 1 cent more than Raider.
He did.
He did. Thank you, Ian. David, thank you for the 2. Hail the panel. Both of you are fire. I'm so drunk. You know what? Cheers. Enjoy that drink, man. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope we're entertaining.
Don't die.
Don't die though. Just
don't
pace
die.
yourself, drink some water. We're not going to encourage too much drinking.
Whenever somebody points out that they are so drunk, I just imagine them walking off a cliff. You know, I'm so drunk. Don't die.
Into like an old
I don't know.
Mom.
Just
she's an old mom. Like you're gonna be
okay.
You're gonna be dead in the ditch somewhere.
Yeah, that's where my mind goes.
She is a 40-year-old mom at heart.
I really am. Yeah.
Mr. Rich, thank you for the 5. Can I request an Asian driver for when life is just too much? Maybe someday, Mr. Rich. Are you okay, Rich? You need to talk to us. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, don't worry. He's a pro. David's all right.
Makes sense.
Off into the sunset.
Yeah.
He watches too much like Game of Thrones. Like I don't want you to fall off of a cliff in the middle of Scotland.
Don't fall in love with any character because they will just die.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Rich is good. Okay, I know. I'm just kidding. But you know what? The way things are going,
it's just a backup plan, just in case you have it on speed dial.
She gets it. She gets mad.
Yes.
She's like, I understand. If I have to watch one more assassination of a franchise I love, I may be.
If I have to watch one more cringe feminist movie like The Bride, I might be the one walking off a cliff. So.
I'm sad because we watched a trailer and we're like, ooh, this looks cool. And then I don't even have to see it. Disparu explained it to me, and I was like, that. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but I think it is hilarious, and I'm so happy that there has been massive walkouts. You know what? We can get to that. We'll get to that in 1 second because Raider with 57.50. Ian, why are you being? Is that the trans flag? Trans and gay?
Yeah. Why are you being gay?
Yeah. I also wonder if Disparu has recovered. He was pretty messed up after that. I think he put out 2 videos. So
I watched it on 2 times speed, and I wish I watched it on 4 times speed.
Yeah, I watched what's something, I think it was the last movie I watched at like 2 or 2 point, I think it was 2.5 or 3, something like that, was The Little Mermaid. I had to watch it for a stream, the live action, and it was awful. I just remember cracking up when she flops on. I always talk about this, but it's so freaking funny to me when she flops on the deck and has to save herself, like, you know, in the movie when Eric saves her and then she's like this on the wheel. I was like, comedy. I see what you're doing, Disney.
Oof. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. I'll pull this up. Oh wait, I think I sent it to you. I sent too much stuff to my co-hosts that I can't find things. I'm trying to find the massive walkout thing.
We have posted probably 50 Leon and Grace memes to each other over the past 3 days. So like it's kind of easy to lose the articles or specific like images that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think I may have found it. Oh, oh my gosh, yeah, we post too much. There's a couple topics that I want to talk about that I forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
we lost a couple of things.
Yeah, I did post it in the private chat.
Okay,
I did find it. Okay,
yeah. I found it. So there's 2 things. Oh my gosh, who would have thought that Maggie Gyllenhaal could look even more rough? Yeah. So hold on, let me share the screen here. So The bride is reportedly being met with mass audience walkouts during the screening.
I understand why. I got like probably a half hour and I just paused it and I just went and then I walked away for a while.
She grabbed a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, I mean,
regretted her life decisions.
It is so fucking cringeworthy. It is insane. Like I would have never paid to watch something that was described as like a feminist
horror,
twist.
feminist horror.
Yeah, like on an iconic character or an iconic movie or book or something like that. I never would have done that, but I almost feel bad for the people who watched the trailer and then thought it looked half decent. Because, like us, for example, it didn't seem like it was going to be that bad. It seemed like, maybe it was going to have like a little bit of like modern music or something and like a couple little quirks to it where the lead female character was, you know, a little bit snobbish, maybe a little bit of like a more traditional girl boss. But then when you actually start watching the movie and like the cringe tics that she has, it's insane. It's so
and the
bad.
fact that they make her just like, because okay, so again, I haven't watched it, but Disparu told me enough to. I feel like I did.
You get out of fucking everything. You didn't have to watch this shit. You didn't have to play High Guard. You don't have to play Reloading. You don't have to play the Lesbian Night Game. What the fuck, Wicked? You need to suck it up and deal with it sometimes.
I'm spoiled.
This is unacceptable. I am offended and I am outraged right now.
I need to suffer, clearly.
You do.
But no, the fact that they made it to where he said like every man basically assaults her except for some guy in a maid costume. So okay.
I mean, it's true.
And she just goes around killing people. And apparently, I don't know if you knew this, but like, so the black stuff on her, she like throws up all the time, I guess. And she was just like throwing up on people. And they had that even more so that test audiences watched it and they were like, no. Like so it out, but according to Disparu, now you can confirm that there was still like too much of it in there, that it was really gross and unnecessary.
Yeah, so spoiler alert for maybe the half a person that was gonna watch this that's watching this stream. I can't imagine anybody else was going to. She at the beginning of the movie is killed, and then when she is killed and she wakes back up, she's possessed by the spirit of Mary Shelley, and so she goes between like talking like normal and then she gives like these cringe-worthy weird like audio tics, and she'll like swear in a British accent and like she'll say random shit, like she says cock all the time in a British accent. It's very weird. Apparently that's what Mary Shelley was thinking, but at the beginning, like when you actually get to her becoming the bride, she wakes up and it's supposed to represent like blood, and it's supposed to be like, oh, the blood like seeping out of her body and things like that. But then she just does it randomly throughout the entire movie, and it's so weird because it doesn't look like blood, and they clearly just wanted to make it black so that it's like lipstick almost. It's like supposed to be like a punk rocker lipstick look. I don't get it. It's so bad.
Yeah, and I think it's messed up that they would do that to Mary Shelley, like she's the creator. And I hate that they ruined the bride, because I've said that I would like more stuff with the bride, because I mean, even in her movie,
also
5 minutes she's in it, but like when she comes to life in the original Bride of Frankenstein, she's terrified of him. Like she's, you know, brought back into existence. She screams, she freaks out. But in this, she's just like.
And by the way, the monster is an incel.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically he goes to this professor, which, by the way, is a woman who's been wronged by society, to create his bride. And then, like, half the movie is him trying to win the affections of the bride. And then he does. And then she goes to give him a good old happy ending. And then he pushes her away and he's like, no, no, I can't do this. And then, like, it's so fucking weird. I don't understand. It's so bad.
It sounds awful. So District said the worst movie he ever seen was Joker 2, but that this was freaking close.
Joker 2, the thing with Joker 2 is that they marketed it a very specific way. They had certain expectations that they had to live up to after how amazing the first one was. In this case, we had a bad feeling about it like a month and a half ago. And it seemed that as interviews were coming out and more information was coming out, it was getting progressively worse. And so I think a lot of people's expectations kind of dwindled and then they kind of died out. But in the case of Joker 2, you know, the first movie was so good that people were hoping, oh, at least the second one might be okay. And then it felt like such a slap in the face. So I do agree that that is worse because in this case, it has been labeled for a bit like a feminist retelling and like a modern feminist vision, and that's never good. So, yeah.
Yeah, it said that it's a new wave of feminist horror. I don't want that.
Who has ever asked for that except for like Anita Sarkeesian to watch on her honeymoon after her 40th birthday party wedding?
So specific.
It is. She had her 40th birthday party that was a wedding theme. She married her fucking self. That's how alone she is.
Oh, so Maggie Gyllenhaal says she chose to be a director to fight sexism on the day Trump was elected in 2016.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
Maggie.
That's too much. To give women who have their mouth shut a voice. I hate to break it to you, Maggie, but a lot of women voted for Trump. That's kind of how he became president. But, you know, maybe don't tell her that too loud. She'll probably get scared. Maybe I'll get in trouble. But when I really became a director was actually the morning Trump was first elected. Maybe I'll get in trouble. No, it's okay. You're in good company with the psychos of Hollywood that have TDS and, you know.
I decided to become a director the day that I decided I could be a victim. I could turn myself into a victim. Not that she actually wanted to be a director. Not that when she actually thought to herself, hey, you know what? Maybe I suddenly want to do film. No, she just wanted to be able to go, the world has wronged me and wronged my gender. How pathetic.
Absolutely pathetic. And she tried to cover this up as like, oh, it's artsy. No, you want to know an artsy film that went over well, that still goes over well? I know there's some people that love Shakespeare that don't love this, but I love the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. It's great. That was artsy, but it was done properly to the point where it still holds up now, that people could watch it now for the first time and still enjoy it, right? Like that's just, there's plenty of artsy films, but that's just one off the top of my head that I remember watching like when I was young and it was, you know, done well. But
it's been a long time since I've seen that. I should
it's
rewatch
good.
it.
You should. It's a good one. Before we move off from this topic, and then I'll catch up on supers, guys. Thank you. Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride is part of a growing wave of feminist horror. That right there, I hope they make that like an actual category, so I know not to watch it.
Yeah.
Feminist horror. Movies that place women's autonomy, rage, and control at the center of the monster story. Experts say it's part of a broader shift redefining who the monster really is. White men? Scholar Barbara Creed says instead of becoming an object thing, the heroine owns it. No, see, she's not describing this character as a heroine is wild because she kills people for no reason.
Yeah, she's evil. And
she's evil.
The only thing I will add is that clearly they're trying to go in the direction of she truly had no choice because Mary Shelley like would take over her body and take over her mind and make her say things she didn't want to. So basically it's like, oh, she is being violated by literally everybody. Even another woman was violating her. So she had no choice of what was happening to herself. And of course, this is supposed to be a commentary on things like abortion care being taken away from women, and oh my gosh, I can't get an abortion anymore, so my body, I can't make a choice about my own body anymore. That's clearly what that narrative is supposed to be.
I have to use birth control or like not have sex or use a condom. Yeah.
Actually be a smart person?
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, it is a truly horrendous movie. But, you know, like you said, maybe they could actually make feminist horror a tag now, like how like sapphic is a tag, because it will just make it so much easier to avoid these types of movies and TV shows.
Stop trying to make feminist horror happen. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna bomb. Let them keep making it so they can make fools of themselves.
Well, and a thing with this movie is every single role is an insane actor because she's a fucking nepo baby. Look at who her brother is. Her brother was like one of the main characters in this. This casting was actually freaking insane to look at. And that's what's so like shocking is how do you truly get like this much money and this many like opportunities to like create something and with this, you know, I mean it's kind of wild that you get like Christian Bale and Jake Gyllenhaal, who's her brother. You get Penelope, you get like Penelope Cruz, you get Jessie Buckley. Like these are some massive names in this industry.
Yeah, and so what's your take? Because you're kind of like a Christian Bale fan. I know you like his Batman, right?
Yeah. I like a lot of Christian Bale's
stuff,
work.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? So I forgot. Sorry, like whoever's in the chat that had said this on Saucy, go ahead and tell me it was you. I know nothing about Christian Bale, so I'm like, did he do this as a favor and just like not ruin his career, but put like a really bad one on like a terrible movie on his roster here? Well, someone in the chat said that he's like a Looney Tune, like a lot of these celebrities, so he might have thought that he actually did something good with this movie. I feel like you might know a bit more about him to maybe dive into that. Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on him doing this movie? Do you think it was a favor, or do you think that he really was like, yeah, we're doing something here?
So I think it's more of a favor because Christian Bale, he's not a Looney Tune. He actually generally leans Republican on a lot of topics from what I have seen over the years. Obviously, he has criticized a lot of aspects specifically about Trump, and a lot of people like that are buff. But you know, again, like just because he leans Republican on some topics doesn't mean that he actually is a Republican, or that, oh my gosh, we need to praise and support him on a lot of things. He's definitely very vocal about Trump, but I think that this is more so just him wanting to do a favor for somebody he's known for a very long time, because they had gotten to know each other back in 2008 when they were in the Dark Knight together, and so him and Maggie. So I think that that's more so the direction that it leans. Either way, he's generally been a little bit better about the movies that he picks. Like, he has definitely been in some duds like Thor, Love and Thunder, but a lot of the films he's been in have been pretty good. So, like, maybe he was sold a certain vision and then it just didn't go the way that he expected. Because when you are hired as a writer or director or as an actor, you're sold a vision, and obviously you don't know what the final product's going to be. So it could have changed a lot over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, look at a big example is, and I will die on this hill. I know chat's going to throw tomatoes at me for this, but the first Suicide Squad movie. Now, Jared Leto has done some movies that aren't great, but he has done some really good movies. And I think as a method actor, if he would have been given, first off, a better look, if they would have went with that look for the Joker and done better, like one that was more appealing and gave him a better script, that him and Margot would have made a really good Joker and Harley. And she even said, like, they made Ned.
I'm throwing some tomatoes. Boo!
considering.
What do you mean he would have done better? He's fucking trash.
Well, this
His
is how I
look was
feel about
trash,
that. The
and his
look was
chemistry
trash.
with Margot was trash. No,
Well,
Wicked.
Margot
No, Wicked.
said-
This is too far. I can't defend you anymore.
It's okay. Chat can throw the tomatoes. But that's just how I felt about that. And
Yeah.
Margot has said that they made magic together. And the reason I bring this example up is that there was so much that they filmed that wasn't put in the movie. So I feel
there
like we
was,
got
and that
all-
is also like another element because we really don't know what was actually cut.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like they give him this vision, right? And he probably portrayed it because there was a couple cut scenes. Like they added like
I just
things that
can't
were cut
think
out
of
that were like
anything that he was in that I like him in, except for the 2 minutes that he was in another movie with Christian Bale, American Psycho. Like I do not like Jared
he was
Leto,
at
like
first
at
he
all.
got killed in a lot of movies. He was good
It's
in the
true.
Dallas Buyers Club. He did okay. I forget what it was called. This was like a really random movie. Where he played oh my gosh, chap, what's his name? The guy that killed John Lennon. It was weird. A weird movie, but like it worked. Like I don't know. I think like certain roles he does do a decent job, and I really do think that he would have done a good job with the Joker. And I feel like we just didn't get to see that because there was like this one cutscene in particularly that you see that and you're like, could he have cooked with this role if he was like, you know? And then all these memes were coming out at the time, like making fun of the director, like, okay, now do this, Jared, do this, and then they just like cut it out. And like I said, Margot was like, we made magic together. Like I think that they made like a Mad Love movie and that just got completely cut. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like Mark Chapman. Thank you. That's who he played. Yeah, and it's okay. I like having a different opinion because there's some people that'll be online that'll be like, I don't know about Jared Leto, but I don't like him because everyone else doesn't. It's like, well, at least back up your opinion with a reason. But yeah, edited to hell. That's what they did. Not you.
Facts and logic and reasons. What are those, Wicked? What are you even talking about?
I know.
Are
I'm
you
crazy.
okay?
I'm crazy.
I think you've had a little bit too much to drink tonight.
I've
Did
had too much green
David
tea.
offer you an extra cup or two? Are you good?
Yeah. But no, I'll stand. I don't care. You guys disagree with me. Go ahead. I'm sticking to my guns.
Yeah.
That could have been good, but I'm just using that as an example of like what Hokie just said, edited to hell.
Yeah, I mean, we never really know, and that's
so
the
that
thing. Is there
could've-
are some people that are great in some things, and then terrible in others, and then you only remember the fail. So, like, you never really know.
Yeah. And so I'm using that as an example. Like maybe I don't know, you know, if he knew that with the bride. So maybe he's like, okay, we're cooking here. We made something cool. And then like it gets edited and he's probably like, yeah.
I think my problem is that nothing with this movie was good. It's not like, oh, there's elements that really shine through or like elements that work. There was nothing from the music to the acting to the writing to the set pieces to even like the musical numbers. Like another problem I think is that they tried to turn this into a Joker. And what I mean by that is the monster has delusion. So like he will see a character on a like movie screen and he will think that he is that person. He'll like imagine himself in that role. And then like when the bride is suddenly brought in and they're watching the movie together, like he imagines her in that role with him. And so they did that a lot in Joker. And so I feel like that's what they tried to do. And it just it's so bad.
Yeah. It's true. But who knows? And before, I actually didn't mean to do this segue, but before we get off of a topic that's kind of about Margot, they got her with the buckle fat.
Oh, God. She just, whenever I see people that have done this to their face, it just looks like, I don't know, somebody broke their like jaw and cheekbone with a frying pan. It bothers me so much.
I will never understand it because the thing in Hollywood used to be where they would get like the cheek fillers to look more full and young.
Yeah, because
now
round faces have always meant youth.
And the thing is, even if like women contour with like makeup, it's not right there. It's just to like slim, like maybe back
right.
here
It's
a
like
little
it's
bit.
like up here. It's like it's like
Yeah.
the tops of your ear and like
It's not
down
here.
slightly right now. That looks honestly. This is the most devastating Hollywood situation I've seen in the past fucking decade.
It's awful.
This honestly feels like, sir, there's a second plane. You know,
Like-
this is sad. This is depressing. She was beautiful. The Ozempic and the buccal fat face surgery. This is like this needs jail to all the surgeons. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
That is horrific.
Yeah, Gaunt looking like a corpse,
Yeah.
and it messes up their entire. Yeah, I don't get it. It's you think they're gonna go for Sydney next? Let's hope Sydney doesn't listen to anybody because she still got time to age. Okay, like keep your full cheeks. It's I thought I couldn't tell, but we had thought they got Jenna Ortega, but she actually was just like wearing makeup and bleaching her eyebrows, and Hollywood finds it attractive, I guess. Faithful Geek, I don't understand it. Granted, like she's not like hideous now, but it's like, why make yourself look worse?
I feel like a big problem with Margot Robbie though is that I still think that she looks fantastic for her age. She does not look her age at all. She's 35, but she's starting to become a Scarlett Johansson where she's starting to feel like she's going to be aged out of those younger roles. And so she needs to do something to stay like young and hip, and like Scarlett Johansson had once many times over the years attacked like sexism and said, oh, I was just objectified and everyone viewed me the certain way, as she was sort of being aged out with those like younger bombshell roles. And I feel like Margot Robbie now is doing the same thing, only instead of making these statements, she's destroying herself.
Yeah, and it's stupid. It's like you made money off your body. It's fine. You're not like ugly now. You haven't like fully aged out, but she's getting to that point where she may start playing a mom.
Now she looks
you can be the
as
hot
bad
mom.
as she might have felt, or as bad as she believed that she looked.
Yeah,
so bad now.
Lean into the hotness if you got it. Exactly.
Right. And something like that face fat surgery, that's not reversible. Like she will forever look like this. You can't just magically add that back into your face. I mean, maybe you could like get fillers in that area to like add a little bit more plumpness or depth, but that's still not the same. You can't like go back.
I don't understand why. It's like if you want to get that look for like certain movies or something, just use makeup.
Right. That's all that it takes.
Yeah. But what do we know? We're just some girls on the internet that still have our buckle fat.
How could this happen?
David, thank you for the 5. Screw it. I need to ask what qualifies you like in a man, since there's not much out there these days. What's your favorite film of all time? Oh. So I'm a child at heart. I have like a top 5, and let me pick. So 2 of my favorite movies, we'll say, right? Because one's an animated movie. Like, listen, I still love the animated Lion King. That movie still gets me. That's one of my favorites. And then
It's
Hook.
a good movie.
And then Hook is great. Those are 2 movies that just like, it's not even just the nostalgia gets me. Like it makes me feel warm and happy when I watch those. Which are you gonna say one of the Lord of the Rings?
One of the Lord of the Rings.
You're gonna make
all
me pick
of
one.
them.
Listen, I'll let you pick 2 because I picked 2 because it's hard to pick just one movie.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, okay.
That counts.
That
counts.
That counts. Yeah.
It's a full story.
And also, while we're on that topic, guys, I have it pinned in the comments. At some point, once our lives don't get so busy very soon, I think Vara just may join me for a watch party over there.
Yes, very
So,
soon.
Very soon. No, we'll announce it because I know there might be some people that just want to join to see that. Totally understandable. We'll give you a heads up though, because I don't know if we'll do the second one because I have seen the first one. I recently watched it again. But I haven't seen the second or the third. So maybe we'll do the second one.
Maybe.
And they will be extended. Don't yell at us. No, I'm just kidding.
8
Go ahead and
hours
yell.
later.
We're like sleeping. We'll figure it out though. But yes, look out for that. And Ian, for 50 pounds, poor Vara trying to guide drunk people who Wicked has to put up with Saucy.
Yeah, I'm the designated driver. It's okay.
She's like, calm down. And then you go on Saucy and Disbrew and Extra are like, drink more. I have very different co-hosts.
Peer pressure.
Addis for 10, thank you. Feminist movie about taking zero accountability.
Never heard of that before.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're right.
Accountability.
And Insanity Pepper, this made me laugh when you first posted this. Feminist horror is an odd term. All feminist literature is horrific.
It's so true.
Very true. Very true. And don't be a fruit for $1.99. Who the heck is this David you speak of? David, this one. How about the first question? Oh dear. Yeah. Oh yeah. What was it? What qualifies it? I don't know. Listen, for me, I'm pretty simple. If you can make me laugh, I like that. I need someone with a sense of humor. How about this? We turn into dating 101 with Vara and Wicked?
Nah, I mean that's a really like good answer, but you know what? I'm gonna stick to Lord of the Rings is one movie. If you can sit and watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies at once in one go, you get 15 minutes in between each movie. That's all the time you get.
Otherwise, your water and go pee.
Yes. Otherwise, you're probably. I'm good.
You can't hang.
I'm all set.
Okay?
Yeah, you're not cool enough.
Forget drinking. If you can't handle an extended edition of Lord of the Rings, you're not qualified to win Vara's heart.
Yep.
Okay, what else? You know who is qualified to win Vara's heart?
Leon.
Yeah,
I knew.
He looks like he would say, "Let's quack this case."
I saw that was so stupid. I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Like,
now Wicked's gonna be saying this. Yeah, in 2 weeks we're gonna hear you saying that.
Because I listen. You've got it. You know what? Hold on. I mean, we haven't gotten a chance to use this yet. Jump scare chat. I know it's probably so loud for them. Wake up! He's out there, so let's put him here so you can see. Yeah, and what else? We have some more Resident Evil stuff here. This was funny.
Woo! I love that. This is my comfort game, and it's like all the images of like Leon's playthrough or Leon's POV, and it's him with like the fucking chainsaw and him with the guns, and like Leon would be walking around with a nuke, right, if he had access to it. But then it's like Grace, it's like her standing as scared SpongeBob down this dark, crazy hallway, and she's looking around like, hello.
True. They have sold 5 million units.
I can't say I'm shocked.
No, not at all.
It's a
but
good
I'm happy
game.
To see it. It's very good. And since like we've kind of moved into this, we might as well give our talks and our reviews. But let me see, what else do I have here? The Resident Evil Requiem PS5 physical manual is done and it's ready to order now. And shipping will begin Friday the 13th. Spooky. See link in my profile. I'll be working on the Switch 2 manual next. That's cool.
Ooh, I didn't even see that.
I'll send it to you. I'll make sure I keep that up and send it to you. Thank you, Athletically Lazy, for putting that in the chat.
Yes,
and this, I just loved this Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil Requiem. So that was right there. That was part of the reason why. Like, I probably could have given this game a 9 out of 10, but I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it's so simple. But the way they handled that fan service, it made me want to tear up playing it. Like having him go back to the RPD, the police department, and just the way they handled it. They didn't like oversaturate it with flashbacks. They showed a couple of scenes like, Marvin and, the emotion away from that. And like the one scene with, I can't remember his name right now, but the guy that owned the gun store and his daughter who was turning and then showing the skull in there. It's like, oh, it's like full circle. And it shows like Leon's emotions, like not too heavily because again, he's very guarded, but we know he's messed up from everything he's dealt with. So I did give this a 10 out of 10 because I had such a good time playing it. Like it's been like very rare that I want to play a game again as soon as I finished it. And
yeah, definitely.
This I do. I want to play it again. So it's not Resident Evil 2 is still my favorite. I don't think that will ever get knocked down. I haven't played all the Resident Evil games yet. There was a tier list. Thank you, Athletically Lazy, for putting a tier list in. Once I played through all the games, or at least most of them, because there's so many, like Outbreak and like the side games and everything that I haven't played. So I don't really want to do a tier list until I at least play all of the main ones. Like I got to play 5 and 6. So, but I just, and the thing is with the fan service, it was so simple. But they respected it so well, and it just made me so happy that they did that, and people who, you know, it like reminded you, for me, like why I fell in love with this franchise in the first place.
Yeah, definitely. So I already did like my full review. It's up on my I really loved the game. I gave it an 8.5, I think it was.
That's
And
fair.
I could have gone a little bit higher, but for me, I while I loved the story, the references, I really liked Grace by the end. And I thought they did a lot right. My major problem was the pacing of the different uh POVs, and in Leon's in the second half, I felt like he was a little alone. That I think it would have been such an amazing opportunity for Sherry to constantly be like on the phone with him and like calling him and talking to him, and they could have dropped so much lore and they could have had these like deeper conversations, and it felt a little bit
Rushed.
oh, yeah, like just like a little too dull in my opinion, and obviously not Leon, hopping off the side of a collapsing building with his dirt bike. I'm not talking about that. I mean, like it would have been so much nicer for Sherry to call him and like give more context. Stuff like that would have enhanced it a little bit but for me, my major issue was the pacing, though I still thought it was just a really great game all around. Like I thought it was super solid.
I think 8.5 is fair. Like I said, I probably could have given it a 9, but the fact that it made me so happy,
Yeah.
that was good, like for me personally. And I think with the DLC, we're gonna see another old character come back. I feel like they might. Like I know that all this talk about who is Leon married to. Now here's my 2 cents on that. I would like for it to be Claire, only because she'd be a better fit for him, right? I like Ada. I love Ada, femme fatale. She's a bioterrorist, though, and he's all about stopping that. But at the same time, it fits for his storyline because he hates himself. So him ending up with a bioterrorist would not be far-fetched. But also,
that's true.
Claire would not be far-fetched either. And the memes that we're getting about him and Claire is hilarious. Like Chris, like continue the bloodline. Because if you don't fully understand that meme, it's because Chris hardcore did steroids, so he cannot continue the Redfield bloodline.
Yeah.
So he would want somebody like Leon to, be with his sister and continue the bloodline. So I do think that like Chris or Ada will come back. The Sherry shipping is weird because I feel like that's character assassination for Leon, because he's only like 9 years older than her, so like the grand scheme, like if you look at it that way, that's not too bad. But it's weird because she was a kid in Resident Evil 2.
I feel like Ashley would even be a better option than Sherry.
Oh yeah, no, Sherry, I don't think that's it. I think that is an awful.
I mean, this motherfucker has like 300K worth of inventory and 300K worth of fucking cars and watches and shoes and shit. Yeah, he definitely ended up with Ashley, that's for sure. You think Ada's got that type of money? You think Claire's got that type of money? No, it'd have to be her.
Yeah.
But I think the most logical answer is actually Claire, though I personally just like Ada a bit more, but that's because we've seen more Ada.
Yeah, that's
so
true. I like
I was also sad Ada wasn't in this. Like the first game, and there's no Ada with him. Like that would have been so cool if like in that second part she was there or something.
Yeah, so she may, I think that if they're listening to the fans, which they may be, who knows when we're going to get the DLC, I'd rather get it later than sooner, because they might take time to listen to what we're all saying and continue with the great fan service that we've been getting so far. I think having Chris and Ada would be interesting. I love Claire too, don't get me wrong, but people really want Ada, and you can't deny the chemistry with her and Leon. Like Leon and Claire don't have that chemistry, right? Like Ada and Leon have that fire.
Right.
But I still would not. I still think that Claire is a better choice for him, like for like marriage and doing a family, because Ada is Ada, right? But
yeah,
and I don't think that Ada could be tied down. Like, let's be real, Ada's probably never going to get married. She's going to be an old lady running around the world doing crazy stuff. We know it. So I don't know. We'll see. But you're right. You know what? Weirdly, I never even really thought of Ashley. It could be Ashley.
It could be. Like in theory, like that makes way more sense than Sherry.
Yeah, no, Sherry, like I said, that'd be character assassination because you think of like the end of Resident Evil 2 when him and Claire walk off holding her hand and she's a child.
Like,
Weird.
Leon was constantly flirting hard with Ashley and always making these jokes and these comments. And I mean, that's our man. I mean, hey, Leon, FBI, open up, but can the FBI get you when you're the FBI? I mean, I don't know.
FBI.
He might have gotten away with something.
That's very true. He might have. Hold on. This was really funny. There's a couple. I think I might have sent this to you. A couple of like just the funny little memes, and it's really great that like Chris has made it into so many of the Resident Evil 9 memes, and he wasn't even there. He's mentioned, but so Chris, girl dad Redfield, wants to show you his adopted mold daughter. This is Rose. I've been looking after her like a daughter. Leon, that is a whole adult woman. I recently adopted a kid too. She has anxiety.
Yeah, it's so true. It really is. I would love if in DLC we had these teams because it kind of is like they're both kind of like father-daughter-esque ish relationships, and so that would be cool. I was sad that it wasn't Rose because I feel like Rose would have been such a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Instead of Grace. And I like Grace by the end.
Yeah.
Grace was cool. I thought that she truly was just the average woman that would have been put into that situation. She would have broken her nose with the Requiem. She would have stumbled over herself. She would have needed a hero, who in this case was Leon. But I liked her. I thought that she was good.
Yeah, no, I did too. It's not that she didn't really annoy me at all. Like, I totally understand why she got annoying to people. The same reason Ashley annoyed people. Leon, you know what I mean? Like, that's what everyone thinks of when they think of Ashley. But Grace was, the way she was portrayed is how a normal person would be in the situation. She's just an analyst for the FBI. She doesn't probably even really know how to shoot a gun, maybe like a little pistol, but not the Requiem gun. Like,
yeah, she had like that little pistol she got like for her birthday or whatever, and it's like some little like you'd see a fucking Hello Kitty sticker on the side of that.
Yeah, exactly. So she was an average girl. Like, she wasn't like some bodacious girl. Look wise too. She was cute. She was the girl next door. She was like an everyday girl, but not like, I don't want to use the term modern because if they made her modern, she would have been hideous and unlikable. She
would have been way stronger than even Leon, and if she was modern, that she would have constantly been like snapping at him and making fun of him and like being like, "Hey, Gramps." I genuinely go into this game thought she was going to drop Gramps line like 5 times, and she didn't, and I like that. She respected him, which is very rare nowadays in media.
And that's a fair point that Ashley's only 2 years older than Sherry, but I still think it'd be character assassination for Leon if they made it that he was with Sherry. Because me personally, because 2 is my favorite, you see that ending scene in your brain with him and Claire walking away with a child. He met Sherry when she was a child. Like, Ashley wasn't a child when he met her. It's not really about the age gap. It's just about the story, you know? It's just kind of, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you agree with that, but I just
I think ultimately
on
like
brand for Leon.
Yeah, like I think everybody can just have their own fan theory. If you think Sherry was the best answer, oh okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I get that. I respect that. I just think that like Claire and Ada and even Ashley are just slightly different levels.
Yeah, exactly. And this was funny. Leon and Grace throughout Resident Evil 9, checking in. I'm bad, checking in. I'm doing bad. And this one cracked me up. Let me make sure I'm actually sharing the sound because it's the sound in this one. I know this one was like went around a bunch, but this one specifically is my favorite one.
Patty Mobile.
Oh,
Leon would crash that shit too. If Leon got the fucking keys to that, he would have blown that up. He would have left it. He left the Porsche on in the middle of the street 5 minutes into Requiem. This man cannot be trusted with vehicles. He needs a personal Uber driver. He is gonna love Tesla auto drives. He's gonna love cars like that.
That's gonna be right up his alley. So this one was funny. Just so you know, I get a lot of really funny dad jokes from Vara in our chat. This hill is awfully silent. Does a backflip.
I love that.
So
these residents are really evil.
I do think that Leon would survive Silent Hill. I also think there was something floating around, like, would he survive Last of Us? Absolutely.
What could Leon not survive is the better question. This
Yeah.
motherfucker survives everything.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like the radiation exposure is just making him stronger at this
He's
point.
just gonna get beefier from that. And then
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
This right here, I'm gonna keep it muted because unless you understand Japanese, we got to read the subtitles. So like we'll just talk over it while he's saying this. But this made me so happy. And like I said, I would rather them take their time doing a DLC and like pay attention, watch videos, look at social media and see what people really want and give us a really cool. I think either way the DLC is going to be cool. It's fun, especially if it's like free and they just add it to, you know,
yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
So this is the creator. Is this the creator?
I think so, yeah.
So this is what he says. Hello everyone. Yep, the director of Resident Evil Requiem. I'm like, I can't say that name. Our game was released on February 27th. And thanks to our players' overwhelming response, we've already sold over 5 million copies. On behalf of the development team, I want to extend our heartfelt gratitude.
Pause.
Pause. Thank you very much. We released an update the other day to fix a variety of issues. The only issue I experienced was the lips not syncing up. Did you have that? Like the lips not syncing up with the audio once in a while?
I don't think that I did, but I did see in your playthrough that you did.
Yeah, so they're adding, hold on, planning to add more content first. The much awaited photo mode. On top of that, there's another surprise coming around May. Okay, so they did. I didn't even, it's a mini game. They're going to add a mini game. I didn't realize that they said May, so that's pretty soon.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I just think it's fun. It's nice that they're like, you know what? We're glad that you enjoyed this, so we're going to give you some more stuff to play.
Right.
So thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher it, but thank you so much. And
yeah, I'm glad that it has done so good because it really is a good game. And as I've always said, Capcom, like many companies, should not just blindly be trusted. They are capable of doing very bad things, just like they're capable of doing good things. I personally am somebody who subscribes to the idea that if you do not give companies a reason to change, they will not. So if you ask them to change things and make things better, and then they do make things good and you don't support them, then why would they take the time and the money and the effort to change? And so, yes, I do get that you are technically giving money to a company that does bad things, but at the same time, you need to support or at least I wouldn't tell anybody else what to do. I like to support the good things.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to highlight that. But like obviously call them out when they mess up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
But I'm more so like this. Like that's why I got a 10 out of 10 for me. Like I said, I could have probably did a 9, but I'm okay. I'm cool with my 10 out of 10. I just did a short, like a literal short review that I put up. It was new. It's not something I normally do. So I don't know if you guys want to check it out. Some people are probably waiting to finish it. It's actually not a spoiler, just me talking about what I liked about it really. And this, I hope that Universal Orlando, please do this. Please.
I would be sick.
I've been saying that. I'm like, how cool would a house that, I don't care what Resident Evil you do. Requiem's hot right now, so yeah, that'd be smart. But if just any Resident Evil house would be so freaking cool.
Right.
So Resident Evil Requiem's Universal Studios Japan a collab announced a project is currently underway that will allow you to experience the world of Resident Evil Requiem in real life. If this doesn't happen in Orlando, I'm going to be very sad, but maybe we'll get something next year if they see, if they see it. But of course they see it. They're Universal. They're all working together. So like if they see how great it does, which I'm sure it'll do fantastic in Japan, we need it in Orlando. Please.
Yeah, that would be great. So. I would love that.
It was something new. I'm like, because I'm more of a live channel, so I'm thinking about let me know, chat and Vara, if I should do this. Because I don't do videos that much because again, I'm mostly a live channel, and YouTube algorithm kind of prefers if you're gonna do other content, you do shorts. Videos don't like do great, but I'm thinking about taking all of my live streams from Requiem, editing them to just being like the gameplay, and just making one video and putting it together and seeing if people like that. I don't know.
You could, yeah.
I could, but I have the playlist, so it's like I might just for a test out to see like if that works. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot to try. But like I said, videos don't particularly do that well when you're mostly a live channel. But it depends because Vara's videos do well, but that's kind of how you started, isn't it? You started with videos and then doing lives, or was it?
I kind of started doing both around this like the same time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
she's the exception.
Mhm. Wicked, all you have to do is put up a video titled I hate everything, and then apparently it'll just work. Things will just happen. Everyone will, hey, you out. The other day I got called a tranny because I don't like marathons, so that's also nice. You get to be called like really insane things with absolutely no base because people are just mad at your opinion, and so they come up with just the most insane take possible. Next you're going to say I did 9/11. So I mean, I don't know what they'll accuse you of, but
anything is possible. The other day on X I got called an e-girl and I was like,
how? Wicked, I see your fucking elbow right there. You slut. How could you do this? Yeah. You and Pokimane, you're one and the same.
I'm like, I don't have cat ears.
What?
I don't.
How does that even make sense?
I was like, it was weird. It was like somebody commented on my picture and said cute, and someone was like, does your girlfriend know that you like e-girls? And I'm like, maybe this guy is like an incel and just thinks if a girl's on the internet, she's an e-girl. Maybe he doesn't know how to spell internet and he thinks it starts with an E. I don't know.
Maybe. But,
who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you're the biggest e-girl I know, clearly.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I might as well just start wearing cat ears and going all the time. Is that what they do? I don't freaking know. I don't even know. I feel the only thing that might offend me about that is I feel like e-girls like furries, and chat knows my stance on that. They terrify me.
Don't you want to be someone's Discord kitten, Wicked?
Internet girl, exactly. You know what you did. Okay.
I don't like this timeline.
Well, I don't know what's happening, but you know. Let's catch up on supers. Andrew, thank you for the 1999. Do you think nepotism is a big or little factor in Hollywood's recent failures? Probably little, because there's just so many failures from people that aren't nepo babies, right? It definitely factors into it at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as like overall, Hollywood is just lost all its creativity, and they're so just egotistical and smug and disconnected from reality that they don't understand how to make entertainment for us anymore. They don't understand that we want to just like a basic, like just to put it in a like, there's so much we could say, right? In like a small bit is that we want escapism, and they just keep shoving modern politics and social issues down our throats with these stupid movies and shows, or taking franchises and old shows and bringing them back and ruining them. So I would say it's a small factor. It's definitely part of it, but I wouldn't say that it has a huge effect on it, in my opinion.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Mad Cabal for 10. Now that car brands are part of Resident Evil, since cool guy Leon drives a Porsche, I hope manly man Chris Redfield drives a big black GMC truck. could see that.
It would be so fitting.
Boots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of like advertisement on the back. Like,
yeah.
They'll throw in there shameless advertising.
Yep.
That would be very on brand though. And there's just like a bazooka in the back for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose, thanks for the 199. Everyone knows it's Chris loves Leon. I'll ban myself now. Well, at least you learned your lesson, Jose. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Farewell.
All right, we spotted the Kotaku writer. We get it.
I knew it. I knew something. I knew it was something, Jose.
Wasn't it IGN had put up that poll and then they deleted like 90% of the votes? Because it had like 500.
Yeah.
It had like 500,000 votes, and they deleted them all the way down to 10K, so that the votes were swayed, and so the poll went in the direction that they clearly wanted it to go. Like, how insane is that? Why even ask people what their thoughts are if you're just going to disregard what their thoughts are?
It's true. It's like
That's
I don't like the way
crazy.
I don't like the way that this poll is going, so I'm gonna
Right.
delete it. That's retarded.
I would never do that in my live streams.
No,
Shit, I
no,
would never stop the poll when it's going the way I want it to go. Why would I
no.
do that?
Do both of you ladies wear the same glasses? Maybe Jay. We'll have to compare when we finally
They're
meet.
kind of similar. Yours are a little bit like like thicker, I think.
I'm blind, so
I feel
they're
like
probably pretty thick.
I feel like my personal pair of glasses are much more similar to yours because they have the white on the inside as well.
Yeah, mine's like a
So,
purple pink, but yeah, I have two. My blue ones that look black probably are more similar to yours. They're just solid color. Do we answer your question, Jay? Let me just spend 2 minutes on that.
yeah.
Das Pooch for 5. Gotta support Rick on Leto as Joker. He had a moment to shine at the end of the Snyder Cut. Justice League proved that he could do it if he had good material. Yeah, I mean that was a very small scene, but I get what you're saying because there was the reason why I felt that way was because of a deleted scene that was put in the Blu-ray of
Right.
Suicide Squad, where I was like, and there was jokes going around like that the director had him do all this like intense like weird stuff like, okay, now do this and that, and then it didn't make it in the movie. So I guess we'll never know. Cole Hauser, what's up? Cole Hauser has been a member for 8 months. Thank you. Hal, Wicked, and Vara, thank you. Rusty for 5. I want Mercenaries in Runwood Streets, Care Center, Raccoon City, Arc Lab. Oh, for the mini game. Yeah.
That could be cool, but I don't know what they're gonna do. Watch it be something stupid.
It's just gonna be like Ada Simulator, but you know what? People would love that. So
One person plays as Grace, and then Grace chases Tofu around the entire time. That's what they'll do.
Yeah. And speaking of that, like since Jay's here, chat, please clap for him because this is not his type of game, and he finished all of Requiem, and he caught what they were saying and picked the good ending because he was paying attention to the story.
Wow, that's great.
We're proud of you.
I know. It's so great.
It is.
It's always great when somebody like becomes acquainted with a new series, whether that's like books or movies or video games, and then they actually like it enough to pay attention, and they're not just like, oh, I'm just gonna play something because it's trendy, and then like not get the general message of it. And obviously in Requiem, there's a lot of like little pieces of lore and information that I get some like normie's not gonna get. Like I don't take offense to that.
No.
But it's good that the overall tone of the main story was like put together.
Yeah. No, yeah, and that's why like I don't usually play, especially like a story game that's extremely popular if I'm interested. Even if I'm interested in it, I wait for the hype to die down a little bit because some people will watch afterwards who's like, okay, everyone's playing this, but with this I'm like, I don't want spoilers.
Right.
So I because I love the franchise, I'm like, I gotta play it right away. If I wasn't a streamer day one, I would have been playing it still. So yeah, but I get what you mean. Like, people are like, let me try it because it's popular. And it's like, oh, I actually like this. And now there's people who played this that never played the other games that may go back and be like, okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm interested. So another thing that Requiem did well because it was just a good game. Mike Noss, thank you for the 5. Leon, Jill, Chris, and Claire could be retained in Revelations game. Otherwise, they should all get proper retirements and worthy successors. I agree with that. They're all, they're all up there in age now, right?
Right.
Leon can only, roundhouse and suplex for so much longer now. So.
It's true.
And Chris,
now the next 3
for a long time.
The next 3 games in a row are just going to be Leon at 51, 52, and 53, and then they're going to kill him off. They need to get all the TikTok ladies, all the content that's going to sell more copies of the games as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I know.
We were here first. You need to pander to us.
We loved him first, TikTok ladies. It was funny. I forgot what you sent me, but you were like, the TikTok ladies found Leon.
Fuck the police. Don't mind if I do. That image.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You degenerate women. Psh, jeez Louise.
So we're going to see. If you guys watch this back, like let me know if my stream gets blocked, but I'm not sure how Paramount works. I know Warner Brothers stuff, my stream will get blocked if I try to react to a trailer. So Warner Brothers is a no-go. I know Disney stuff is totally fine unless there's a lot of music in the trailer or something. I don't know about Paramount. So we're going to try that and see what happens because I really want to react because I haven't done this on stream yet to the new Scary Movie 6 trailer because spoiler alert from my opinion on this, it gives me a tiny bit of hope because it seems like they're making fun of everybody as they should. So have you watched it yet?
I have not watched it yet.
Oh, you
no.
haven't? Okay.
I
so
have not.
We're back. Watch the official trailer for the new Scary Movie, only in theaters June 12th. So here's this. Enjoy. Maybe I'll stop it here and there to try and help us from getting blocked because I don't know how Paramount is. So we'll see.
Guess who's back?
Oh yeah, that might get me because of the music, but it's okay.
Yeah, maybe.
It's all right. We paused this, so we might be good. Again,
I love the Annabelle that starts looks so creepy and so weird. She's like break dancing.
I'm just gonna mute it for a second while the song's playing. I think we're good.
Her! Not her! My pronouns are they, them. He's them.
We back.
That the pronoun line is fucking hilarious because that is how a lot of these people act. Is like you need to know what their pronouns are before you address them at all.
Yes, and they even brought back Anna Faris.
Yeah, good actress.
Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. And, oh.
Yeah.
I gotta try and mute it.
We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half
Sinners.
Yep.
Why just half gay?
Oh my gosh. That's supposed to be ballerina, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Ew.
Smiley!
Oh.
Oh yeah, Smile. Smile was actually a really good set of movies. Did you see both of them?
No, I have to watch them. Oh my god,
yeah,
they brought
Smile's
everyone
good.
back. Yeah. All the popular things, yeah.
Be sure to thank him.
Ew.
No.
So it feels like
Help!
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
so every line will be crossed. So they had said there was something here. Let me see. I think I pulled it up that they're like, we're just no one's safe. We're making fun of everybody.
Which
And
I love because so often now everything's a tiptoe around certain groups and certain themes and certain like even characters. And so to hear that like isn't going to happen is I guess not particularly shocking given it's Scary Movie, but nothing is safe and nothing is sacred anymore. And so it wouldn't have shocked me. Like even GTA, we've all speculated even about GTA potentially being toned down and taking a step back, which is insane that we've gotten to this point. So, I mean, seeing something like this is good.
I hate to get my hopes up, but I'm not gonna care if they make fun of like the type of person I am, right? Like as long as they're making fun of everybody, I don't get offended over that.
True
It's
equality.
It's when they, like when it's like a lefty movie where they're just like digging into, everyone that's not them, and that's when it gets annoying. But if they actually make fun of everybody, I'm all for it. That's what comedy's supposed to be. You're not supposed to play it safe with comedy, and comedy is actually my favorite genre. So it has been so long since a new movie that was a comedy came out that I actually enjoyed. I'd have to sit there here and really think about it, but I can't tell you off the top of my head because it's been so long.
Well, it's because so many comedians now are corpo comedians and they basically just do whatever their corporate overlords tell them to do. And then they like try to make jokes that are like friendly or only are pushing a certain narrative. And so it takes the spontaneity out of comedy and takes what makes comedy special out of the equation.
I would like to see Shane Gillis in a movie, but it's if he has total control of it, because we've seen
Right.
Tires. That was good. His stand-up is great. He's not corpo, we'll say yet, because we don't know. It could happen. I hope not.
It could always happen to literally
could.
anybody.
Exactly.
I've always fucking said it. If some company wants to give me $100 million, shit, I'm chilling out for 2 years because I could do so much money. I could do so much with that money. I'd be doing fucking giveaways every day. I'd be starting a video game studio and hiring all the shit ass Anita Sarkeesians and have them working on fucking nothing and then giving them the pink slip live on stream as soon as the NDA's up. Oh, we would do so much. We do so much good trolling.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Hire me. I'll be your first worker.
Exactly.
So Marlon Wayne says Scary Movie 6 will cancel culture. What we're trying to do is bring back laughter. This is about bringing back comedy the way it used to be. I think the only way to do it is to have to cancel the cancel culture. I agree with that. My favorite Scary Movie was 2. The first one was fun and great, but 2 for some reason was just like my favorite one. Like my strong hand that I quote that movie probably, I wouldn't say too much, but definitely throughout my life I have quoted that one quite a bit. 3 was fine. I think I watched 4.
I don't
think
remember
I watched
4
5.
and I don't remember 5.
Yeah, 4 and 5 are a little iffy. I think I watched 4, but like hardly remember it. 3 was the last one I really remember where they had, they were making fun of 8 Mile and he's like the farmer rapper and they were making fun of signs.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen 4 or 5. Or maybe I've seen like clips from them and that's it. But
yeah.
Like,
I think 4, it was 4 or 5 had Lindsay Lohan and like I don't remember it. So if they're really gonna do this, then props to them for this and I will support it. I'm gonna go see it. So if it's bad, then there you go, Vara. You get me seeing a bad movie in theaters finally. Should say finally. I've seen some bad ones in theaters, but I'm cautiously very optimistic about that one. If they're really doing what they say.
Based on the initial trailer, I don't really think I'm cautious about it. I think it's always good to be a little skeptical, but to be honest, like based on that initial trailer, if it's a bait and switch, I will be mind blown. That will be the most crazy bait and switch I've ever seen in the history of my life.
It will be. So you're right. I'll just, it's mildly cautious. That's why I said I'm very optimistic instead of cautiously optimistic. The optimism is there for that. What it's not there for is this one right here. I didn't watch the Peter Pan and Wendy series where
I'm sick of you. You get out of everything. You get out of everything. Wicked, this isn't fair anymore. Okay, I have to put my foot down. This is not fair.
I'm sorry, except I'm not, because I didn't want to watch that. But so I've seen the pictures, I've seen clips, and it looks so bad. I'm a huge Peter.
Awful.
I'm a huge Peter Pan fan.
It was worse than a CW level show.
Yeah, see, like they made it too dark and dingy, and I remember reviewing the trailer and like comparing that to Hook.
Yeah,
the early
Hook was
90s.
so good.
Hook was so good. Like just visually, it was bright.
Yes,
it was beautiful. It was what you would think Neverland would look like. And then the Peter Pan and Wendy show was just dark because that's what they do to cover up their bad CGI, is just make it dark. And then race swapping Tinkerbell was like, why? For what reason?
I love Game of Thrones. Obviously, the last 2 seasons were questionable. The last one was terrible, but I love Game of Thrones. I do. I think A Song of Ice and Fire is really good, but Game of Thrones truly fucked up cinema because not only did they tone down the medieval period, because the medieval period was known for being very colorful and like clothing and dyes and fabric were very rich and bright, and
they made it dark.
Right. They made it dark and dingy, but then the lighting also changed things because they got away with having worse lighting and then using the excuse that, oh, this is the period that it's set in. And then like you get to season 8 and you're at the last battle and you can barely see anything because it actually is so dark. And so like, I love Game of Thrones, but I also think that it did a lot of damage to Hollywood.
Yeah, I agree. So exclusive Tinkerbell, Disney's iconic fairy from Peter Pan, is getting the live action television treatment. Deadline understands that Disney Plus is developing Tink, a drama series featuring the character from Liz Heldens and Bridget Carpenter. So it's 2 women.
I mean, I just wonder if they're going to go the route of the show that we've already gotten with the race swap, because I mean,
Yeah.
hey, they're taking the hard R off the name and it's just Tink now. So, I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. That actress was also just a very bad actress. Honestly, the whole entire cast was really bad for that, but I feel like they got $5 to develop that entire show, which is not good.
Who is this person?
I don't recognize either of these names.
That's why I'm looking real quick. I don't recognize either. Friday Night Lights, Dropout, Passage, Will Trent.
What is all this?
She did 1 episode of The Orville. That's the only one I've actually seen out of these. Bionic Woman in 2007. Boston Public. I've heard of it. Okay, so she doesn't really have a huge...
Nothing that warrants getting a Disney show.
Well, again, Disney likes to hire people that they can control.
Yes, that is true.
So, and then this one, again, another Friday Night Lights.
Oh, 11/22/63 was actually good.
I haven't seen that one. She did 8 episodes of that one. Parenthood. Deadly. Okay, not a lot.
Yeah, besides 11/22/63 and like Westworld, like, and again, she was consulting producer for that, so like it's not the same as like a lead writer or something like that.
No, so I don't have. I'll watch it so that Vara can finally stop yelling at me about not watching.
I swear, if this thing is actually good and you have now just promised to watch something that ends up being good, I think we can make the deal now. I get to pick one piece of media you either have to watch or play.
Okay.
Anything.
That's fair.
All right.
Here,
Hallelujah. Holy.
Pick, like, the worst thing ever made for me to watch.
You're going to be playing fucking Kill the Justice League.
No. I refuse. I'll quit YouTube.
Hey, you just made the bet that I could pick anything. I could make you play Relooted.
Good.
That's true.
I'd rather play
but is it gonna be good?
Yeah,
is it gonna be good?
And
Joker 2 watch party.
Don't you put that evil on me, Shane.
There's so many good things.
There is. So yeah, speaking of Disney, the official cast of Disney's live-action Tangled film: Tegan Croft as Rapunzel, Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider, and Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel. I think she fits as Mother Gothel. Again, I don't want live action. I'm just like trying to find something positive to say here. I do think that as far as like a live action Mother Gothel, Catherine Hahn is fine. These 2, they definitely could have done better. I feel for this one, right? Tegan Croft, because they had said that they didn't want someone like, I don't know if this was like really said, but I think it might have been when people were saying Sabrina Carpenter, which I don't think Sabrina Carpenter is like drop dead gorgeous. I think she's she was like a Disney art, like made Disney machine, right? Like, you know what I mean? She's just very mid, which is nothing wrong with that. When I say mid, like people say that as a diss, but it's like it's okay because a lot of people are just normal looking. Not everybody is like a model or, you know, has features that stand out great, right? She's fine, but people saying that she's like gorgeous, nah. So there was like a fan casted her, and like I guess Disney said they wanted someone more normal looking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Tegan Croft. I think that everything I've seen her in has been pretty bad. The most notable one that you'll probably recognize is Titans, that went from 2018 to
Raven,
2023.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't think that she was good in that, but it actually reminds me a lot of what happened with Gotham Knights, the CW show, because I'm sure, or maybe you don't know, in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, do you remember Valar?
Which was
Baelor's son?
Oh, okay, yeah.
the one that gave Baelor his armor, he was actually in Gotham Knights, and he did terrible in Gotham Knights. I mean, he was horrendous in that, but he did really great for the very small role he had in Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So maybe that'll be the case here with Tegan Croft, and maybe she'll actually do decent. She doesn't look like Rapunzel at all, though. Like, I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand this casting decision. Like, Rapunzel is supposed to be very, I don't know, like, youthful looking, and she just doesn't scream that to me.
And she is supposed to, like, when they were like, oh no, we want someone normal looking. Disney princesses aren't supposed to be normal looking.
Right, they're supposed to be very ethereal. It's like in Lord of the Rings and the elves. You're supposed to be choosing actresses that look very specific and have a very like specific like facial structure and look, and I just don't see that here. Now, I think that Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel makes sense, I suppose. But again,
so
like,
too, yeah.
like who asked for this? Who wants this? Like, I'm sick and tired of these live action adaptations. I guess technically Tegan Croft is better though than Florence Pugh, who was rumored to be playing Rapunzel, because that would have made zero sense.
Yeah, she's a bit too old, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like excited for this.
I'm not either. Like,
I'll watch it though.
I don't get the like any like interest or hype behind live action adaptations at this point. Like 9 times out of 10, they're trash.
The last good one was Cinderella.
Yeah, I liked Beauty and the Beast too, to a certain extent. Like, yeah, I wouldn't say it was the best thing ever. That's not for sure.
Maybe like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, because it wasn't awful. They should have cast someone like, I don't think Emma Watson's ugly, but they should have casted someone like Belle is supposed to be, literally means beauty. So it should have been someone that like takes your breath away, like with beauty, right? So, but it was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. I do think Cinderella is the best live action adaptation they've ever done.
Yeah.
It's not just because Richard Madden's in it. I just loved all of it. They made like the gowns, the setting, everything was just perfect.
Yeah, and with this casting, with someone like Tegan Croft, it also is hard because she doesn't have obviously the very bright golden hair, and so it is hard to imagine her as this character too. So, like, maybe once we actually see her on set in costume, in character, I'll actually be like, wow, she does actually look the part. But based on the images I've always seen of her and in her like the other roles that she's been, I just don't see it right now.
No, I don't see the vision.
Yeah,
and
but
before
I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm interested enough to at least look at the initial images and probably watch it.
Yeah. And before we stray too far from the Game of Thrones topic that we've kind of bounced, it's been a part of a few topics. This is every Game of Thrones spin-off project in development. Next project, House of Dragon Season 2, which will premiere
Season 3.
June 2026. So this year. Knight of the Seven Kingdoms Season 2 is releasing in 2027. And then projects reportedly in the works, live action Aegon's Conquest, Game of Thrones 10,000 Ships, and Game of Thrones Untitled, a sequel show. So don't know what that's going to be. And then animated Game of Thrones 9 Voyages, Golden Empire, and then 2 Untitled series. Do you think all of this is going to happen?
No, I think that Aegon's Conquest will happen because I think they want to try their hand at a theatrical, A Song of Ice and Fire movie, and they want to make something that is Dune level, because going into the purchase of Warner Brothers, they had said that, well, basically like Netflix and Paramount both had said that Game of Thrones was a big draw for them, and so I think that they do want some sort of movie. So I think Aegon's Conquest will happen. I think that the 10,000 Ships, which is Nymeria, will happen, and I think that the 9 voyages will happen because that is animated. Besides that, I think the 3, or I guess it's like the 2 untitled series and then the 1 untitled sequel, those will not happen.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So out of the 2, I would say, yeah, obviously Aegon's Conquest and the 9 Voyages because they already have like who's developing it.
Right.
And then Golden Empire and then the 2 untitled series don't even have anybody that's like writing or directing any of it. And then that bottom sequel show, like it's just
That's not gonna happen. The Jon Snow sequel, there's no shot that's ever gonna
absolutely
happen.
not. People don't like Kit Harington. He was liked for a little
No.
bit as Jon Snow, but like since he opened his mouth and started speaking, like after the show, people are like, "You kind of
Because he
suck,
basically
dude."
says that he hated his time during Thrones. So like, why would I want to watch you come back to something that you claimed that you hated, or like
Yeah.
that you claimed the only good thing to come out of it was the fact that like you made money and you met your wife? Like that's a terrible mindset. I hate
Awful.
that.
Yeah, and then 10,000 ships, maybe, but yeah, I just think these 2 are a for sure thing.
Yeah.
Definitely this one 100% for sure, especially after everything you just like announced, like, what you know about it. And the only reason I would say 9 voyages is because it actually says who it's in development by. The rest of
Yeah,
them,
and they already have the voice actor who is Corlys, the Corlys's actor. So like he's already said that he'd do it. So
yeah.
that makes sense. Golden Empire, I don't think is gonna happen because that would expand into Yiti, which is basically the equivalent of China. And
I'm wondering why that was
yeah, I don't think that they're, because that would be like the Amethyst Empress, and I don't see them being able to develop that. I think that would be so much money, and like they don't even want to pay for House of the fucking Dragon. Never mind paying for that. So I don't see that happening. And 10,000 ships maybe, because that has to do with Dorne and Nymeria. So I think that's likely. But the problem with 10,000 ships is it would be feminist because it's about Nymeria, a strong woman with her strong fleet of women. And so, like, in theory, the way George wrote it would be fine. But you just know for a fact that, like, based on the state of HBO and Hollywood, it probably would be a feminist wet dream.
and that means that it's probably going to get made then.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'll happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So far, out of all the Game of Thrones stuff, I mean, season 1 of House of the Dragon was great. I liked the first seasons of Game of Thrones as well, but like the way they ended it just kind of like ruined the whole thing. So right now, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is my favorite live action. I haven't read the books, but I just like the change of pace with it, that there's a little bit of humor added to it, and that the glaring difference is that Dunk is somebody you root for. With a lot of the Game of Thrones, like it's in House of the Dragon, I don't care which house wins. They all suck. Like, Dunk is somebody you can root for. So if you want
What
someone
do
like an
you
actual
mean
hero,
you don't like House of the Dragon, where the incest Targaryens are fighting over who's less incestuous? What do you mean you don't care?
if both houses burn, I'll be fine. Just give me
They're each
entertaining
other's
dragons.
grandparents, nephews, nieces, uncles, cousins, and sons. You have to have a clear winner and
have to
clear
pick a house.
loser. Yeah, clearly. Do you pick House Targaryen or House Targaryen? Duh. It's not that complex.
You must pick green or black Targaryen.
Right.
No, I will not. I don't think I will. So it is getting to that time, ladies and gentlemen. Vara, what do you?
Old Geezer says, "I'm my own grandpa."
I respect it.
That was just too funny. I don't know
I
why.
respect it.
Uh,
Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up your channel, and I don't even have to search it. I just go into my notifications. I'm like, she's one of the top 5 ones there. So she posts so many videos, which it's great. She's someone you can always rely on. So, what do you have? What do you got coming up?
So tomorrow I will be starting my live stream playthrough of 1348 Ex Voto, and then I'll be playing that over the weekend. Next Thursday is going to be Crimson Desert, which I am very, very excited for. And then I might have another Pacopia stream over the next week if 1348 Ex Voto is short. I don't really know. I haven't read anything about how long it's gonna be. So yeah, of course, video game streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern. I do Fuck My Life on Monday evenings. And I believe Wicked this Friday. Are we doing our stream?
Yes, Reanimal
Yes,
on
okay.
Friday. Yep.
I just want to make sure. So
Yep,
yes, this
we'll be finishing
Friday.
it.
We don't know what time yet, so stay tuned
Stay
for that.
tuned.
Probably at like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, one of those times. But obviously, we'll let you guys know like tonight or tomorrow, like in the Discords, and then we'll be finishing up Reanimal.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I just noticed that you're almost at 200K. So guys, get her to 200K. Share her out. Let's get her there. That's a great milestone.
Yes, very
so
excited.
close.
I'm like 800 or I'm like 780 away.
Nice. Nice. So close. So close. And me, yep, I got Reanimal coming up Friday with Vara, and then Saturday, Saucy as always. And thank you for dropping my merch link, Hokies. I have a new merch store, and there's some new merch in there. So if you guys want to check it out, I would appreciate it. I have a new Wicked Virtue logo, and I'm going to work on some Vara and Virtue stuff. Get some of that up there. We need some. So don't worry. It'll be there soon.
We need to be one of us as with our face over Leon, and then one of our face over Grace.
That would be really funny. I'll work on it. Yeah, get yourself some saucy socks. There's socks on the store. There he is. I was saying Jay was saying
Get
that.
socks.
And I sold like 10 pairs of socks. We need Vara socks. We'll do Vara's face over Leon and put it on some socks.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on Friday when we finish Reanimal.
Yes,
Hopefully
very
the stream doesn't
excited.
mess up for me that time.
Hopefully,
right.
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.